We live.
What's good, people? We back. It's Thursday, your favorite day of the week, Hotep Thursday. I am Uncle Hotep. He is Hotep Jesus. This is Hotep's Been Told You, episode 109. The dog days of July have hit us. It's hotter than a goddamn, I don't know, what's than a goddamn lion's nutsack, man. God damn, man. Hotep Jesus, what's going on with you, man?
Life is good. Life is good, man. The AI company that I work with, Wazo AI, thanks to uh someone in our Hotep network, we now have an investor on board. So I think it's gonna be getting overdrive with that company. So I'm very happy. Got my first investor for my first AI company, and to many, many more. What else? That's it, man. What's up with you? How's the kids? What's going on with the kids? What's up with the family life?
I mean, it's all right. We got bad news that the schools. Yeah, I was kind of hoping they would at least go back a couple days a week. Because they start school like at the end of this. I mean, like a couple weeks in like a month. So the first trimester, they're gonna do the same thing they did last year. They're gonna do distance learning. So I'm gonna have to be working and working with my daughter at the same time. Oh man, I'm just utterly disappointed, but it is what it is. It seems like we're getting this second wave of the 1920 virus or whatever you want to call it. So uh, that's all I got to work with that. You know what I mean? Other than that, man, I'm just trying to work and just keep my head
But you a
above
conservative though, so you supposed to be homeschooling anyway, nigga.
water. I wish I could. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing is just the work thing. I
Right.
do try to like teach them like I do flashcards with them like every day and stuff like that. So I make sure I do some type of learning thing with them. You know what I mean? It's not maybe like it may not be a full fledged course. You know what I'm saying? But I make sure I do something with them. I make my oldest daughter do some exercises on the school gave us some apps they use,
Yeah.
and my youngest, I'm just starting to do flashcards and reading with her and stuff like that. So,
Okay.
um, yeah, it's like you can't, even if you don't homeschool them, you gotta teach them something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You gotta step in there. You can't just be like send them to school and then your hands are off. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That's not the way to go. If you can't homeschool them, you got to at least get in there somewhere and then teach them and help them along and things.
Yeah. 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 I'll tell you this. We doing algebra. I jumped ahead with the boys. We doing algebra. I got them some algebra notebooks. And let me just tell you, focus on multiplication. Because when you start getting into algebra, you need to find least common multiples and greatest common factors when you're
Right.
subtracting and adding fractions and all of this. So, you know, get them comfortable with that times table, you know, up to like 25 because the math gets easier, or I should say quicker, the more of those facts that they know and understand. And also when you start dealing with exponents as well. So that's a little bit of advice, man. Addition and subtraction, of course, is very important. But multiplication, because multiplication is going to be the opposite of division, but multiplication, you're going to need that a lot more than some of those other things.
I'm glad you reminded me of that because I was like, man, I need to get some like flashcard multiplication tables because I remember when I was coming up, we'll just memorize it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you have that base knowledge in the head. It doesn't seem like they do that with them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, why don't you remember? I was like, just memorize it, Jade. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, she over here counting with her hands. I'm like, just memorize this shit. Like, there's certain stuff you should just know. Bang, 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 bang. It might be
Mm.
easier for you. So I think I'm gonna try to find some flashcards with that. I'm glad you
They got
told
they
me.
got they don't got no iPad or nothing like that.
Yeah, they both got iPads. Yeah.
Well, they got the app. There's an app that I got my kids on, and with the multiplication, they can study it like number by number, right? And I think
Okay.
that's the best way to break it down. It's like know your threes, right?
Right.
And then once you know your threes, then go on the fours and try to learn the whole thing at once. Like,
Right.
take it chunk by chunk. So that's why I told my kids, like, learn your if it's a number you're weak in, like 6 or 7, just practice that. And then the app, it'll just like, give them like a little countdown timer, and then they hit the answer. And then that was the name of the app y'all use for the multiplication. You remember? Yeah, I don't remember the name of it, but it's an app they got, on their iPad that they um the other day we was sitting there, actually yesterday we was doing goddamn algebra, and the damn son was doing double digit multiplication in his goddamn head. I was like, what's this? And I wanted to go ask Siri. He was like, hold on. He spit the answer 128. I was like, nigga, how the fuck you do that? He know his math. He know his math. He knows his math facts. But it definitely helps in understanding the algebra. So I got him doing algebra um once a day, and it got some exercise in the workbook. Guys, let me see your algebra book. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Let me see. Pass me that motherfucker. I'll show y'all the one we got them working out right now. It's a pretty good book right here, Algebra 1 workbook. Um, I wouldn't use it here. I wouldn't use it too much to learn. There's a lot of steps that are missing. They like assume you should know. So I've had to refer to YouTube for tricks of finding like least common multiple and greatest common factors, like certain tricks to do this stuff, and the rules on exponents with fractions and so on and so forth. But yeah, a conjunction with YouTube and the workbooks is definitely where it's at.
Okay. 264 in the room. Please hit that thumbs up. Please hit that share button. You got a question to ask? Hit that super chat. Donations, donations, donations. Let me read these off. Endgame. Thanks for $5 donation. Hotter than July. Yes,
Hmm.
indeed. John Lemley, what up, man? We at war with terrorism, racism, but most of all, we at war with Chris Jong Un. Chris Jong Un. Monique, glad I made it another live. I would suggest books by John Taylor Gatto about the school system.
Okay.
Thank you, Monique. Well, I'm gonna have to write that down. Um,
You got Aztec Mecca?
where is it? Where is it? Oh,
Az-
Aztec Mecca. Peace and love to all the Hotep Nation. Ready for today's show? Is that the? Yeah, very good.
yeah.
Um, where you want to go, man? You want to say rest in peace, your boy?
Yeah,
What's his
let's
name died, man?
John
White man.
Lewis.
White man worked him to death, man.
White liberal worked his ass to
Hurt
death.
his ass to death, man. And thank God I won't have to hear about that 1961 ass whooping anymore, man. Everywhere he went, man. Man, back in 61, the white man beat my ass.
Which that wasn't Selma, was it?
Oh, there was it was a bus. It was the bus joint. Yeah.
Not the one with Martin Luther King Jr.
No, wasn't he on the joint? It was the bus. I thought I read about. I just read about it. It was like they had a one state had a segregation. Some of the states had segregation is on the bus. So if you was traveling through states, like you couldn't be on the bus with the white folks and shit like that. And they were
Yeah.
fighting that. And they would
Yeah.
they got on the bus and they was getting the ass whooped.
I think this is the Selma March.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the Selma March. That's what this is. Hold on. No, he's a liar.
What, man?
Hold on. No, he a liar. He's a liar. Hold on. I'm
What?
watching the video right now. Okay, they got a little bit of a push. No, John Lewis, I saw him. He just fell. He's a terrain. No, no. I just watched this nigga just fall over acting. All right, so first of all, I'm about to bust everybody bubble. RIP John Lewis. Let me just get that out of the way before I get on my disrespectful rant right now. But thanks to my one of my favorite historians, Thaddeus Russell, let us know that that was a publicity stunt. Read your real history books, not that Houghton Mifflin McGraw Hill white liberal indoctrinated history. Go get that Thaddeus Russell history. I'm a member of Renegade University now. I was watching some videos today, getting my education on from the homie Thaddeus Russell. But he said as he told me, even during our interview, we had a 3 hour plus interview, excellent interview. A lot of people talk about it. Says a great conversation. I spoke to him another night, but he said, "Yo, that shit was a publicity stunt plan. Like MLK called ahead and said, "Yo, look, we're gonna bring your cops down. We're gonna make this thing look good." Da 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 da. Right? Locked all them niggas up. Right?
Yeah.
Then what happened was it went out on the radio, and that's when the real niggas showed up. That's when the Hotep showed up, and the
Okay.
Hotep started whooping some police ass.
Okay.
So when you see the dogs and the fire hoses, that's when the Hotep showed up. Like, nah, y'all not about to whoop my people ass. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? But John Lewis, I just watched the clip just now. I never even seen this a day in my life. And this nigga took a dive, yo. He took a dive like a soccer player. He took a dive like LeBron James faking a foul.
You know what reminds me, like what if you had social media in that civil rights era? Because to me, the only difference between now and then is they can get the information out quicker. They had a tighter control on the information back then. But I'm seeing like resemblance of some of the things that they did back then. They tried with this go round with Black Lives Matter and stuff like that. You
Yeah.
know, and you know, you'd have to think this man launched after that fall fake ass whipping, whatever you want to call it. He launched a successful career in government for decades. That was enough to give him enough swag, to he could be like if we didn't have social media, it'd be like D-Ray and Sean King being congressmen. You never could get him out. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. 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 Yo, I usually don't like to do this, but I feel like I gotta do. Y'all gotta see this shit, man. Y'all gotta see this man fall. Oh my god! Actually, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna waste time trying to do this. Yo, um, bruh, man took a dive.
Did he?
He took a dive. I am 100% positive this is John Lewis taking a dive in this video. I'm looking at on the conversation.com. I typed in John Lewis beaten by police. It pops up, and like literally the cops start pushing the people with their batons. And like some people pushing, some people falling, and John Lewis kind of gets ahead, and then he's just like, and he just falls down. If that's not him, I apologize. But I swear to God, whoever that was that took a dive should be ashamed of themselves. Because literally nobody pushed him. I'm gonna put oh my god, yo, you gotta I'm gonna put the link in the chat in here so you can see it, bro. This shit is a goddamn disgrace. But I do wish social media was around back then. So we could have exposed the Black Lives Matter of back in the day.
Okay. Phase Hawk donation. You must have said some hot stuff because Victor Life deleted it. But thanks for looking out for us, Victor. Um, Justin Clark needs some good reads. Got any suggestions? Um,
I don't know. I mean, there's so many books right here. Here go right here. Get you a copy of this. Renegade History United States. Get you Unbreakable Rules of Masculinity by Hotep Jesus, Brian Shaw, and then get you this right here. Behold the Pale Horse. I got this. Just what else I got over here? Oh, I got some other shit over here. This is Vegetarian Cookbook by Heindel. Yeah, yeah. There you go.
Dang, you got the book of Behold the Pair Horse. I never even see that cover, man. Damn, that should look fly.
Yeah, that's a sexy cover right there.
It is. That's just hot.
Yeah, right here. This is Joe Biden right here, and that's Trump. You see the hair? That's Trump right there. And this white horse is this beautiful white horse is the mall. That's the mall.
You see, Trump came out and will start wearing a mask now, man. You seen that?
Yeah, I saw that. What's up with that? What's up? What's going on with that?
I
I
told
think
you.
what?
We was talking offline. I was like, man, they got a lot of people believing this. they're afraid of this virus. There's a lot of mass support wearing. Um, I see a lot of people snitching on people, talking about where can I report these people. I think Miami is going to start fining people for not wearing a mask. Um,
Yeah.
I think it was 50, then 100, then $500, and like how close are we to being? You're going to get arrested for not wearing your mask in public.
Right. I mean, the dude suggested it in that interview. Who was the interview that Trump had this week? With that dude from Fox.
Wallace, wasn't it? Wallace?
Who? Yeah, Chris Wallace. Right. He had an interview with Chris Wallace, and he was like, some. He alluded to the point that he wanted Trump or suggested that Trump mandate mask wearing across the nation. I'm like, God damn, like they really trying this commie shit on us hard, But I think they did, like you can't even go certain places without that mask. And people are asking, "Oh, why are you wearing a mask now?" I'm like, I don't think he has a choice, right?
Right.
Yeah, like you ain't got no choice, bro. It's almost like mandatory now. You go to the gas station. You go to the goddamn grocery store. You gotta. And the mask is like the new "I forgot it in my car" shit too.
Yeah.
You hop out the car, you like, oh damn, forgot my mask.
I do it all the time. I get out, I go outside, and like, damn, I'm searching where my mask at. I usually leave one in my car, a couple in my car, but yeah, it's
Yeah,
like, man.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. That shit.
Speaking of Fox, Hannity and Tucker Carlson, man. First of all,
Yeah.
Tucker Carlson, man, they putting some heat on him, man. They were doxing him. First they said some lady is accused him of, I think, improper overtures or whatever. I don't know. I think that has to be. I don't think it was proven. I think they fired other people, but they did. They thought it wasn't valid for Tucker and him. Um,
Mm.
but yeah, then Tucker was talking about he was about to dox people on the New York Times because they was trying to dox him. You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
And but that's what's telling about that. You never hear Hannity getting into this type of stuff. You know what I mean? They always got Tucker. They got Tucker on. They got Tucker on a tight leash. You know what I mean?
mm.
But Hannity, you never hear about they're trying to do Hannity dirty. Really, I wonder if I don't know. I wonder if Hannity's their bull or not.
Yeah, I don't know. Hannity got a lot of power,
Yeah,
at that station. He's got a lot of viewers, and with viewers come power. Um, so, and he's been running that show for a long time, and yeah, yeah. And are any of them guilty? The Hannity one, I kind of just gonna like, I kind of got to just let that one slide because Shorty that allegedly accused him, she had a picture of him as her profile banner, her and him sitting down in Fox News as her profile banner on Twitter.
yeah.
And then after the news broke, she changed it, and it was just like, bitch, man, you wasn't no, you wasn't no big, and stop it. Like who paying you off? Who put you up to this? What you trying to do? You trying to get some fame? You trying to drop a tell all book or some shit? Like what you up to? This Me Too shit is getting out of hand. False accusations on the man is just getting out of hand. Um, but what's up with Tucker? Is there anything that's sticking with Tucker? Is that legitimate or what?
Well, I think they had one of his writers was they. I think we talked about a couple episodes ago. He had to fire him because he was writing some I don't know quote unquote racial insensitive stuff on like a law form, a law
Okay.
that there's this popular lawyer forum web forum, and he was law clerk. I mean law clerk forum, and he was talking all greasy, and I think they fired him. But I don't, not really. Tucker's like been a real popular. He's been carrying the staff at the flag at Fox. You know,
Mm-hmm.
but he's more. He's not on board with everything. That the elites want. You know what I'm saying? He's more. Keep us home. What I mean, do stuff for America. Whereas Hannity, he, he's for the agenda. We could all see that, but it doesn't look like it. I don't know. They're giving him a lot of pressure. I'm wondering if like somebody in the chat said he make 35. Hannity, I mean Tucker made 35. Or was that Hannity? They make a lot of money, man. I would like, man. I wonder if he would walk away at some point. I wonder if Tucker wants to walk away.
Nigga, I do 1 year and walk away. 35 million.
Like, fine.
As soon as my contract is up, I'll be on my Kanye shit. They try 5150 me. To my contract, I'm out. I might do 2 years. I might do three, four. You know what I mean? But stay there like as long as some of those guys stay there. I mean, isn't it kind of hard to walk away from a $35 million salary because like you kind of just show up, they powder your face, you talk your shit, and you go home, right? It's like kind of hard to turn down 35 million for 2 hours of work a day.
Yeah, that's free. That's easy. That's easy money, man.
That's easy money. You can't really just like what I mean. Niggas might see me at Fox for 25 years straight. Hotep, you said you was gonna quit. I know, but this 35 mil good. This 10 mil good.
um,
Oh no.
Tom, the mailman, $10. If a president can nationally mandate mask wearing, does he have to have the power to ban them nationally? Be careful,
Mm.
pound sign. Careful what you wish for. Chad Lamone, what's up, Chad? Everybody on here needs a hard copy of "Behold a Pair of Horse" before the memory hole it. Shout out to Hotep fan and blessings of Hotep, Jesus, and Unk.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah, as soon as some shit pop off in the news, that's why it's by my desk. As soon as some shit pop off on my news, I be like, hold up, what my man Billy said again? What Mr. Cooper said? And I turn right to the page. Like when that alien shit popped up, I said, yeah, wait, let me find that alien section. What he said about UFOs? All right, no doubt, no doubt. Definitely need that book.
yo, before we get to Kanye,
Yeah.
Beverly, we didn't talk about Beverly Beatty, did we?
Beverly Baby, who that? Remind me.
The sister that started pouring the black paint over the Black Lives Matter.
Oh yeah. That's his stuff. Right, right.
They got a new one, man. It looked like she coming for Candace spot, man. We see now we got listen. Now they got a real problem. See the white man's smart, man. Listen, Candace was too, I don't want to say it too. Some people want to say too white or whatever. I don't know whatever you're gonna say. But now Beverly,
Yeah.
you got a real nigga right here. You know what I'm saying? I'm just talking about what the Shine's gonna say. They haven't really said anything about her. They went in on Candace, but they can't go in on Beverly.
They
They're like, oh man,
they don't know what to say.
they don't know what to say. She got the hair to weave, like the hair like them, the dark skin like them. You know what I'm saying? Lotioned up, her hair right. It don't look dry like they said. Candace is looking no, but that kills me how much a difference that makes. How they went in on Candace, but when Beverly talked, they been like, and nobody say nothing because they know they can't say nothing.
You can't talk. You can't say nothing to a black sister when she got them edges laid right. Yeah, the only thing that could battle a Maul or a Karen is a sister with her edges laid. Why? She is untouchable, and she praising Jesus too.
No, they can't say nothing.
You can't say nothing. White folks was confused too, right? Cause they was just complaining about how people was tearing down statues, right? So this is technically the equivalent to tearing down statues minus the historical point to it all, right? And
Right.
she tossing so people like, in a way I like it because it's Black Lives Matter, and in a way I don't like it because they're destroying somebody else's freedom of speech. And they like, but you know what? Where can I write a check to for the bell? At the end of the day, they support that sister. She's a dark horse. She's gonna be enigmatic, and she's gonna be an X factor.
Yeah, I think somebody was floating around her. Did she have a record or some shit like that? I think
I
she got
mean,
saved.
yeah, she got a little record, you know what I mean? But who don't? You know what I mean? Like we all got a little. I mean, I don't.
But but that makes her more official, to be honest.
That's her street cred. That's another reason why Sean can't talk about her. You can't say she ain't real. Just say, check her rap sheet, nigga. She thorough. You see her rap sheet? I think I see 3 charges and 3 mugshots of that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait for the file my mug shots. But it's just gonna come out one day. But you know, she got her street cred, you know, got her it is what it is. And it's another reason why they can't touch her. Did you see somebody was running a fake GoFundMe under her name though?
Yeah, man, they were. I seen fake accounts and everything. She had to make an account. This is the real me. I'm like, damn,
Yeah.
she hot in the streets.
Yeah. After in the streets, I was like, she look all right. When she had them edges laid and she looked like she was about to head to that interview, I was like, oh, sister kind of fine now. Don't hurt him now.
I
You know what I'm saying?
was looking through. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Cleaned up nice, right? Yeah, she cleaned up nice. So I don't know. You can't really attack a sister when she cleaning up nice like that. You
No,
know?
no,
I'm more power to her. I don't know what she up to. Some people have accused her of grifting. I don't know if she grifting. If she is, I support it. If she ain't, I support it. You know, but I don't know. I don't know. I think she's really going hard on that Jesus shit. I think she really believe in that Jesus shit.
right.
Um, the whole Trump thing. I don't know. I know she was at a couple of rallies or conservative gatherings and whatnot. So hey, Beverly, if you watching, get your grift on, homegirl. It's grifting season. You got to cash in before there's no more Trump. I mean, it's our reparation season. Uh, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. People have asked if she's grifting. I don't know. I don't know. It looks genuine to me. She's showing up, throwing shit on Black Lives Matter. You know, paint on there, Black Lives Matter. Did you see the cop bust his head wide open?
I was crying. Some people were saying he fell on purpose, man, trying to get some time on. Because I don't like, how did he fall? He was just like,
He slipped on
boom.
the paint. When I first saw him, so people were saying he was faking it, but I rewound that part a few times to see like before people I heard people saying he's faking, like yo, how he fall? But he slipped on that paint. That paint is definitely slippery.
Right.
But what the leg of the fencing is what he hit his head on,
Oh, okay.
and that's when he split his joint open. Had he had he hit the ground, I'm sure his body would have absorbed some of the shock, but his head hit that metal leg. So I tell you right now, if it had been me, shit, nigga, I'll woozy them up. I need this. I need to catch my disability. I ain't about to have me out here getting beat up by Antifa and Black Lives Matter. So if he was faking it, I can't blame him. But his head was definitely split wide open.
That was a shame. Serafina, thank you for Serafina. Thank you for the $5 donation. 477 in the room. Please hit that thumbs up. Please hit that share button. Get the world out. Please hit that thumbs up. Um,
Yo, before we move on to the next topic, we got to talk about the Shy.
who?
The Shy. You know about that show?
No, I've heard what I think happened
What?
on the shy, the storyline.
The storyline?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm caught up now.
Okay.
I'm officially caught up on the show. Shout out to Mom Dukes. Thank you for letting me use your password.
I use my mom's password too for the okay.
you, you know, a black man need mama. You know what I'm saying? I ain't living with mama, but I'm living off her damn streaming password. So I caught up on the show. Um, there's a few things I want to say. It was trending this Sunday. But there's a few things I want to say about the show. First of all, we know it's by Lena Waithe, so you know it's going to have a very left wing skewed liberal approach, right? So there's this one scene, I think in season 2, where a guy's being interviewed on the news and his son got murdered by a police officer. Now, the dialogue, when you're listening to it, he's like, yeah, that damn police officer did this to my son, Donald Trump. It's like, wait, what? Like, it wasn't even like the audio they clipped in there wasn't even like a complete coherent thought about Donald Trump. It
Really?
was like the dude was like, yeah, the cop officer killed my son, Donald Trump. It was like, yo, how did they just like clip Donald Trump's name in there like that? So they're playing games with
Right.
the whole political thing. When that season 2 aired, I don't know, but we have to make sure that's subject to the time period in which season 2 came out. But it still contributes to the Trump hate, especially since this is a black audience we're dealing with the Shah. Next point. One of my favorite characters on the show, Brandon, is gone. Apparently, there was some sort of sexual assault allegations between him and the woman he was in a relationship with on the show. Um, and they said there's been prior projects he's worked on. He's been accused of the same actions.
Right.
Um, I believe that man's name. I don't know his real name. I was gonna call him another guy name, so let me not screw it up. But Brandon on the show, let me just say, like Brandon, like come the fuck out, yo, like you winning. Like he was literally like the best actor on the show, right?
Okay. Right.
Like he was literally the best. Like I was really drawn into his character, and I was really drawn into his story. And now that he's gone and his story doesn't exist anymore, I'm like really pissed off. They had to like kill him off on the show. I'm like, what the fuck, yo? Like get your shit together, niggas. Like she like stop fucking touching on bitches and messing with bitches that don't want. I'm not here saying bitches and shit. Women, stop. I had to catch my damn self.
You gotta
I
be like,
apologize.
you must respect all bitches. I mean, women. Like,
Gotta respect these hoes. my, what you about to say?
no, no, go ahead.
My apologies to the women out there for my language. The women, you gotta respect these women. If you approach a woman and she don't want you, leave it alone. Like stop that, yo. And you ruin like good opportunities out here for yourself, man. And now you got a reputation and whatnot. Stop being rapey. It's just whack. I just want to say that. Now, two more things.
Okay.
Ain't not one positive black male figure on the show. Not one.
Uh-uh.
Now we have one affluent one. We don't know. I still don't know if he's in a relationship with the mother, but he's bourgeoisie black. And he's not even like a real main character. He's a main character's father, right?
Okay.
Or side character's father, little girl's father. You got another positive black male figure, but he's a preacher and he's diddling with the politician, a little bribery, I come talk, throw you a couple of dollars, you let me get in front of the church type thing.
Right.
Right? There are no positive black male figures on the show. Every black male figure that's even doing anything remotely good as far as finances is concerned is a goddamn gangster. They're either drunk, been to jail too many times, a gangster, whatever. So thank you, Lena Waithe. Like, can we get one? Just give me one. Get one positive black male image or one nuclear family. Because even the black male images we've seen doesn't have a nuclear family. There's no woman there, right? It's like, goddamn. Now, last point I want to make. I'm watching the show last night. This is me getting caught up. And I'm looking at old boy's girl, and I'm like, damn, her neck long as hell. And I catch another angle. I'm like, yo, why her legs so long? Why she look like, yo, she look funny. So my girl, like, she probably trans. I'm like, yo, she is. She's like, nah, stop playing. She's not. I'm like, no, she is. So I go look it up. First black trans on the show. I said, you. So there's now transsexual people in the show. And the character is actually transsexual in the story, in the show. Not
Right.
only offline, but in the show. So I'm not saying this is a bad or good thing. I'm just saying for me, it's cultural shock. I have a lot of homophobia I have to get over. I have a lot of transphobia I have to fix within myself. So I'm admitting that. But it was definitely, I was like, Shorty had to pause it because I was running around screaming, like, yeah, I'm trans. I lost my mind because I'm not used to seeing, because he kissed her. He kissed her in the mouth. I was like, yo, he kissed the nigga, he kissed the nigga, he kissed the I lost it. We are going to, I'm saying this because I'm trying to prepare everybody. We are going to have to get adjusted to black media that includes the LGBT community plus the whole spectrum. The girl was in one bar, one gay bar, and she said to the dude, "What are your gender? What's your preferred pronouns?" Asked the dude. He's like, "He." It's like, "Oh, okay, all right, he." So this pronoun and gender thing is all in. It's culture shock for me, but I'm just warning everybody, it's coming. So buckle your boots, get ready, so you don't freak out like I did.
Yeah, I know I'm a bit old, but if I went somewhere and somebody asked me what my preferred pronoun is, I'm leaving the building and never coming back there.
I'm in the wrong building.
I'm in the wrong building. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of it, you know, these black female directors, that the ones that they've chosen. You know, I'm not saying all of them, but you know, Lene and where's another one? I forget the other one's name.
Ava DuVernay.
Yeah, Ava DuVernay and Lene, and then there's the one that does that TV show. Um, or maybe that's the same person. I don't know.
Tyler Perry.
No, not Tyler. But I think I don't know. They had some hangups with men. Every last one of them, and it shows in the work.
Yeah.
This is why they're not that really good of directors or anything like that. Because if they were good, they could portray that side, the side they don't get along with, or the side that they have issues with. They can make a good story like that. Like, can you think that she could make a unbiased story on Malcolm X?
Right.
Without putting her elements, they're sprinkling her elements in it. That's why
Mm-hmm.
she's not. They have limited range
Right.
of their storytelling. They can't. They're focusing on one spectrum of the black community. Like
Yeah.
they're here. They're not going anywhere. But they're only a tiny spectrum of the black community. If you go by TV, there's like like everybody has one of their friends, and it like some people don't even know them or don't even see or don't even associate with people of particular persuasions or sexual, whether by just accident or they do it willingly or they just don't. It just doesn't happen. But they're trying to make it seem like it's everyday thing. It's encouragement. I don't watch any of these shows, man. Listen, I've watched the Winter Soldier from Marvel. I love that movie. I love that movie. But I start picking up things. I'd rather watch some old stuff than some of the new stuff that's coming out today because there's so much propaganda and it's not even good propaganda. It's that like I would watch stuff that it gives you propaganda how the world works,
Yeah.
not how they're trying to mold your particular culture, what they're trying to do with these particular pieces
Yeah.
of work.
Yeah. 3 seasons in, the only marriage we saw was a gay marriage between two women.
There you go.
It's all in there, and I'm watching this because I want to be on the pulse of the entertainment they give our community so I can dissect it as it comes and I know what's coming. You know what I mean?
Um, yeah. Jason Mitchell was his name. He couldn't stop touching butts, and he ruined the whole storyline of the show.
Yeah. Come on, Jason.
Chad, the language tolerance is way higher on Thursday night than Saturday morning. Shout out to Elder Mr. Sharp for keeping us in line.
Oh yeah, I do my for anybody's not aware, I do a mogul summit every Saturday, 11:30 a.m. If you go to briansharp.co, you can become a part of that. It's a private group where I consult entrepreneurs on their business. If anybody is aware of my services, how much they cost, I cost about $150 an hour to $200 an hour, and monthly stipend is about $2,500 an hour, starting at very, very much part time. So for $97 a month, you can join this program. And every Saturday we meet between 11:30 a.m. and 1:30 p.m. every Saturday, and I literally walk people through how to launch their business, and people are growing their businesses. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Shout out to Halima; she's in there. She's got several businesses that she's running, and she provides great feedback. Brody's a part of that. Shout out to the moguls. We're Mogul Summit all day. Yeah.
Yeah, y'all check that out. Victor Life 33. The alphabet is the new black in short.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
interesting.
It literally is.
Chad, we need to make our own shows. Hotep Nation Studios can't come soon enough.
Oh yeah, we're doing it. We're going to do that. In fact, as soon as I sell my first company, one of the first things I'm going to do is build some sort of creative studio. I mean, we're going to need that for hotels. Been told you anyway, but
Right.
yeah, we definitely got to do that.
Um,
Phoenix, tell mom you make me another drink. My bad. Go ahead.
we're talking about Kanye, man. We're going to Kanye.
You want Kanye? Let's do it.
Listen, man, he had a world winner week. Album was supposed to drop tonight, matter of fact. I hope it's on time.
It ain't gonna be on time.
I heard Taylor Swift is dropping one tonight too. She's going head to head with him, man. Did I?
Yeah, you know what she tried to do. We know what she's trying to do.
Oh man, the
It's okay.
redacted was like, "Hey man, like yo, we gotta calm this guy down, yo. We gotta block some of his messages, man.
Yeah.
Who can we call? Taylor, you got one? You got an album in the stash? You get back at Kanye. Drop the same night. Yo, Kanye was going on a Twitter spree. Yo, he dropped all types of red pills this week. You know, alleging that Meek Mill smashed his wife or was with his wife. Um, called Kim, no, called the Chris Jenner, called her Chris Jong Un. I
Yeah.
was killing that. I don't know, man. It was like, man. It seemed like a guy that was like ready to explode, man. He was like he had enough, man. He was just like, I'm done, you know. And then Kim came out and put out, you know, a bipolar. He's bipolar, and this, like that, and the third. You know, there was rumors they were going to get trying to get the divorce. I don't know. You know, Lemley, a good brother Lemley was saying this was a album run up the whole time.
Mm,
That's what
mm,
Lemley said. And he said that a couple weeks ago, my shit.
mm.
So
Lemley's an intelligent man.
I don't know. What did you think about Kanye, man? I'm still Yay Gang 2020, man. I'm still Yay
Oh
Gang.
yeah. Oh yeah, it's Yang Gang 2020. I'm waiting for the merch so I can, you know what I mean, waste some of my money, and get some of that merch. You know, my broke ass. I can't wait. Because I know it's gonna be expensive, but I'm swiping my secure card right on that motherfucker. um, I don't know. Kanye has the best album rollouts. Let's just be honest. He's the best album rollouts. And if anybody knows anything about album rollouts, you take a lot of work, a lot of planning, a lot of marketing. And Kanye's just like, you know what? I'm gonna just be me and hijack the conversation, and you're gonna know my album's coming out. And we've been talking about him for like almost a week straight, right?
Right.
Um, but before we talk about his tweets, we gotta talk about his rally, right?
Oh, that's right, the rally.
The rally is it was very interesting. I think the first thing to me that stuck out was the horrible audio quality, right?
Right.
Um, I don't know why we had horrible audio quality. I don't know why audio cut out at really important moments of the speech. Um, for example, police brutality, we lost about 8 to 10 minutes of Kanye's speech on police brutality. And then later on in the video, it cut out again on another segment. And then we couldn't hear him that well. We couldn't hear the audience that well. But the main thing that stuck out to me outside of his message, which we're going to discuss, was who was his main heckler? Who was the one poking and prodding at Mr. Kanye? It wasn't the white man. It wasn't the white woman. Goddamn ADOS. Uncle Hotep cousins. Uncle Hotep cousins from the other side of the political aisle. Now, first of all, when Kanye brings you up on stage and sets you behind him, you fucking thank that man, yo. He gave her prime real estate. She's the one black face aside from Kanye you see throughout the entire video. So you got to respect that man for giving you that space, for giving you that platform.
Right.
Whole video, she heckling the damn man. Like, not even waiting till he's finished his thought point, right? Like mid speech. And people like, why he hugged the white girl and didn't hug her? Well, the white girl waited till the nigga was finished to speak. I'd be pissed too. Like,
Yeah.
if I'm speaking and you cut me off, like I don't know if it's one time I was doing a live on Periscope and this girl like was consistently cutting me off. And I asked her, I said, do you always cut people off? And she said, yeah, I do. It's a bad habit. And I love her to death. There's nothing wrong with that. But we have to be conscious of that. But this girl, it seemed like she was one of those SJW Soros paid agitators, to come and disrupt, so on and so forth. So I didn't like that very much at all. Um, and Kanye stayed about 10 minutes longer than he was supposed to. Some white man had some really good questions, wanted him to expound upon his Harriet Tubman statements. And because this girl couldn't stop heckling him, Kanye never even got a chance to expound on that point, which is what everybody was attacking him for. What did you think about his Harriet Tubman comments?
Well, when was what he said? We didn't. She didn't free. What he said? Tubman didn't free nobody. Just gave him another white man to work under.
Yeah.
Now I just tweeted. I was like, how? Who did Harry free? If we wasn't free until the Emancipation Proclamation, right?
Mm,
This is what
mm,
they told me. I learned
mm,
this from them. They said
mm,
we wasn't free till then. So
uh,
who was Harriet freeing? You know what I'm saying? Like I just left it at that. I was like you could just take it at that. He can mean a lot of things with that, but I got what he was saying. You can't with the Shine ADOS. They hold on to certain people. They hold on to Harriet, and that's one of the few black women they hold on to from back in the day. They hold on to Malcolm. They held on to Martin Luther King. You know what I'm saying? So if you say something differentiating from what they supposedly did, oh, you're disrespecting him. Like he didn't say anything disrespectful about Harriet, but all I saw was, oh, how can he disrespect Harriet? I was like, he just had an opinion about what happened. Now we all know history is kind of shaded. You know what I'm saying? Like I have no doubt in my mind they embellished what Harriet Tubman did. I know that for a fact. I know that the white man did that, man. But they can't see that. You know what I'm saying? Like with Martin Luther King, you read those FBI files, man. He was tearing them white women up. They allegedly they got him on for rape. He was cheating on his wife the whole time. He told the FBI guy, "So go ahead, tell her. Me and my wife got an agreement. I'm on this road. I need that thing." That's what he told him. You tell that to the Shine. What are they gonna say? They're gonna say, "Oh, you disrespecting him." They hold these people in like a demigod status, so you can't really say nothing about it. You know. But I never took. I didn't think he was being disrespectful. You know. We got to be real about ourselves, man. Like this is my problem with the Shine. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll say white supremacy this, white supremacy that, but then they won't think the people that's telling you these stories like here Negro, this is your history. Like who do you think is telling you that? The same
yeah.
people who cry about being white supremacy. Like these, they don't think the average Shine doesn't think deep enough to understand what Kanye was saying.
Oh, they don't want, you done brought up, you done invoked the name Harriet Tubman, like that's the only nigga they know. You ask a nigga, tell me some black history, they're gonna say Martin Luther King and Harriet Tubman. So, once he invoked her name, but I just want to drop a little bit of something on y'all. I said, Tubman took steps to bridge the distance between herself and the newly freed locals because they resented the fact that she received army rations while they had no support. She gave hers up. To make ends meet, she made pies and root beer to sell to soldiers and operated a washing house. She hired some former slaves to help her do laundry and distribute her wares. Tubman ended up assembling a group of trusted scouts to map territory and waterways. She also did some scouting herself, Having received $100 in Secret Service funds in January 1863, Tubman was able to pay those who offered useful information such as location of Confederate troops or ordnance. So Harriet Tubman herself was working for the white man.
That's it, man. That's it. If she was working for the man, who do you think she was freeing the people for? They don't like. They fell for the jig, man. I can't stand these shots. God.
Harriet Tubman can't free herself. She can't free nobody.
Yeah, them niggas, like, how can y'all say? But this is what they said. We wasn't free till then. Yeah, we weren't free till then. And who did Harriet free? She didn't free a goddamn thing. She was working for the man, like he said.
Harriet Tubman freed bodies from physical enslavement, but she didn't free people.
Mm-mm.
She didn't create not one free person. She didn't have the ability to. In fact, I could argue that you had more freedom as a slave than you do as a citizen. Woo! I'm gonna get some backlash for that.
Oh man.
I'm gonna say it again. And I'm gonna say it again. You had more freedom as a slave than you had as a so-called free individual. And we're gonna go to the law dictionary to make my point. And y'all tell me if this shit mean free. It says in general, a member. So in general, a member of free city or jural society possessing all the rights and privileges which can be enjoyed by any person in their constitution and government, and subject to the corresponding duties. Subject and, it doesn't say or, it says and, subject to the corresponding duties. Now, in American law, one who, under the Constitution of the laws of the United States or a particular state, and by virtue or naturalization within a jurisdiction is a member of the political community. Watch this. Owing allegiance owing allegiance and being entitled to the enjoyment of full civil rights. So you owe allegiance to the white man. Once you become free, you become a citizen, because that's what the Civil Rights Act was about, was becoming a free citizen. When they freed the slaves, it was by becoming a citizen. A citizen means you owe allegiance to the cracker, to the white man. You owe allegiance to him. That's what you signed up for when you became a citizen. So lawfully, you were more free as a slave. I'm going to keep continuing. The term citizen has come to us derived from antiquity. It appears to have been used in the Roman government to designate a person who had the freedom of the city and the right to exercise all political civil rights of the government. There was also, at Rome, a partial citizenship, including civil but not political rights. Complete citizenship embrace both. All persons naturalized and citizen are subject to the jurisdiction thereof. And that's my point. You are subject to the jurisdiction thereof, which means you are subject to what? The 16th Amendment. 16th Amendment means you got to pay the white man anytime you make $1 in this country.
Yeah.
Because of the 16th Amendment. Now, I will argue that ain't a nigga that calls himself a citizen, a U.S. citizen, is free. You know who's free? John McAfee. John McAfee's free. He gotta be on the run, but the nigga free. He stopped paying his taxes a long time ago. But that's my argument. And if anybody wants to debate that shit, I would love to. I think it'd be a great topic to discuss. Did Harriet Tubman actually free a nigga? Nigga, you ain't free. Like Kanye said, we up at Nike, but we ain't on the board. We work for Nike, but we ain't on the board. See, the board calls the shots. Have you ever get an opportunity to own a piece of a company like I am, like I do? Get that board seat, because with the board comes power. With that board seat comes power. You get to make decisions for that company. We are not on the board of the United States of America. We are not free. Black people are not free. You see, the white man got smart. Redacted got smart. They said, if we make these shines comfortable, they won't even know they slaves.
Yeah.
If we read in Renegade History of the United States, again, by my homie Thaddeus Russell, this is a very important book, by the way. I'm over here making all types of notes in this book, as you can see. But if we're reviewing this document and we're talking about freedom, I mean, reviewing this book, you see, ain't nobody had much freedom from the time that they outlawed you from having alcohol and outlawed damn near outlawed dancing. But the shine, definitely, definitely. I mean, the redacted and the white man definitely got smarter. For example, it was, I forget which chapter it was in here, but they said the slave master when they handed out a manual on how to conduct slavery, they actually informed people to be more kind to the slave because it made the slave more obedient, more likely to stay around. And that's just common sense. If you beat somebody, they gonna run. If you beat somebody, you might retaliate, and they outnumber you on a plantation. So when you look through the document, it actually illustrates that slavery isn't what people portray it to be. Now, were there aspects of slavery we had, slave masters that were brutally beating people? Absolutely. But they made it comfortable for slaves, so much so that white people were jealous of how well slaves dress, and slaves had time to dance and do their thing because the white man who was so-called free, the white citizen who was so-called free, had to work his farm from dusk till dawn. He ain't had time to dance. Slaves had more time to dance than he did. Y'all got to read this book, Renegade History of the United States. Great, 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 great document. But the point being that if you make slavery comfortable, you're going to have a whole lot of NFL football players shutting the fuck up and running that football for your ass. But look at those contracts. Them contracts are an example of modern slavery.
Yo, Lemley hit me up on a DM. He said, as far as the mics, the crowd asked, like Kanye asked the crowd, "Do you want me to use a microphone?" They all said no, and then they heckled him the whole way through. He obliged for him and didn't use the mic. So you know, I don't know, man. I think it's a shame that, we go harder on our own than anybody else. Like they ain't going hard. Matter of fact, they didn't let Biden. They don't let you get 10 feet close to Biden. You know what I'm saying? Kanye come out to the people. Y'all boy Biden. They ain't nowhere. Y'all go up to him like that. You don't talk crazy to him like that. You don't talk crazy to that white man like that.
They know better.
This is the thing with in the shine community, man. There's this thing that we can't. I don't know why we can't support each other. Like the same thing with Nick Cannon. Like he said what he said. I didn't say anything about it. I was like, whatever. Y'all couldn't wait to run out there and like, yeah, Nick, you bet, you bet. I think that was like, white man didn't have to say nothing because the Negro was out running it. He let the pit bull off the leash. They didn't have to say nothing. Oh yeah, they was like, oh, we got one now. We go attack Nick. We got one now.
We
They
got
didn't
a
have to,
messer.
we got a mess. Don't worry about this. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell? The same thing with Kanye. He go out there like, hey man, he has a vision. Can you say it's any crazier than Trump's?
No.
Is it any crazier than Biden's? Biden, the same man that locked your uncles and your fathers up a couple decades ago. That's him. That's him. The man that ruined the family unit in Black America is Joe Biden. And y'all were running to support his ass. He even telling you what's black or not. And y'all say a goddamn word. Y'all scared. But when Kanye gets up there, y'all got everything in the world to say to him, he's crazy, he needs to sit down, he should be locked up. This is all what y'all said. Why can't you, if you got nothing good to say about your fellow brother and sister, don't say a goddamn word when they're trying to do something.
Nobody hate a nigga worse more than a nigga.
That's the truth, man. That's the God honest truth.
Nobody hate a black man more than another black man. That's the real conversation. Everybody want to talk about black on black crime. No, the real black on black crime is how y'all hate niggas with opposite opinions than yours. You niggas is trained by the white liberal, right? Y'all are the Samuel L. Jacksons and Django of the black community. Y'all are the overseers. Y'all not Harriet Tubman. Y'all the ones dragging niggas back to massa. Dragging niggas back onto the plantation. So when Kanye evokes the name Harriet Tubman, y'all got to take a second back to think about what he's actually saying instead of trying to drag him back to massa. This is your brother speaking here. But again, nobody hate a nigga more than another nigga.
Javon Smiley, thanks for a $10 donation. If we were free, we wouldn't be fighting for reparation. Monique, $5 donation. Why would known colonizer Queen Victoria give Tubman a shawl? I always wondered that. Queen Victoria gave Harriet Tubman a shawl.
Harriet Tubman, one of them good Negroes.
Oh my God.
Look, this is all I got to say. If you have a black person whose legacy stands the test of time, and the white man, the white liberal to be exact, ain't afraid to invoke their name, we got to do some more investigating on that person. I don't know if we can take that person as a hero. When the white liberals say this is my hero, I got to say, I don't know. I don't know. You know what I mean? So I don't trust it. I don't trust Harry Tubman, motherfucker. I don't trust it. Y'all talk about it too goddamn much for me to trust that shit.
You're exactly right with that, because two examples of that is Garvey and X.
Right.
Garvey, they don't ever talk anything about it. You would have to do some doing on your own to find out about Garvey. Like I went to the national
the nigga museum, the ADOS struggle museum.
I swear, Garvey has a little placard in there. I mentioned
on the ground.
Yeah, it's not high or anything like that. You gotta look down at the ground.
You gotta look down at the shackles on your ankles to see that picture.
And X, they've been trying to shift his. He got so Garvey was far enough away they could squash it, but X was kind of in recent times, and he was assassinated, so that leads to but they tried to undercut him. Now they come up, his sexuality was this. That didn't even have to do anything with that. They're coming out with new books. If anybody should have had a national holiday for the African American Yakata to shine, it should have been Malcolm X. You know what I mean? But you see who they push. They push MLK, and now they're even pushing Baldwin and all them other jokers before they even push Malcolm X.
Mm-hmm. White liberal, the one thing a white liberal love is a black man that sucks dick.
Oh my gosh. Kanye wants to help build Hotep Nation. He doesn't know it yet. People call you crazy when you hit it too close to where it hurts. Yay, gang. Kanye, we need you on the podcast, man. P from around the way. Ye said the Underground Railroad led to another plantation station.
Yeah.
Feeling that and tweeting that. You better hurry up if you want to get it. Eliza Blue 999. She gave us a heart. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Eliza, what up?
Jonathan Eubanks, $5 donation. America First, the Pepsi to Hoteps. Been told you Coke. The common from a knicker Respect to the Hoteps.
All right, thank you.
I don't know what the hell you were saying, bro. But anyway, John Jay, what does ADOS mean? It's A. It's not ADAS, John Jay. It's ADOS. It's a American descendant of slavery. That's kind of a new thing, you know. Yvette Griffin. No, Yvette. What's Yvette's last name? Yvette
Brown.
and Antonio Moore. Yeah, you have Brown. They kind of came up with that. I think it might have been Antonio, but it was probably both of them.
Yeah.
Um, but that's just their criteria. That I would just say the Akata tribe. What does Akata the Shine mean? Akata is a Nigerian word for Africans that are away from the motherland. I think it's called a wandering cat or a stray cat or something like that. That's what it's been told to me. Um, Now, some shines will say, "Oh, it's supposed to mean cotton picker and all this other stuff." Hey, I'm just starting the way. I'm starting it now. I started grifting season. I've been working with Akata. I've been saying Akata for years. I'm taking it back. We taking the word Akata back. We're taking it back. If the African American Akata the Shine can reclaim the N word, reclaim nigga, we can reclaim Akata, and I'm calling us the Akata tribe. From now on, I'm a Kata tribe. Listen, wait till I might get some shirts made. I'm like, what tribe are you? A Kata.
I'm copping ASAP. I'm copping ASAP.
Yeah, but we just got to own up on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like this is an easy way to make a rapport with African immigrants and stuff like that. Like, I think because I even heard a song like some Nigerian dude was like, oh, I forget how it went. It was like, I don't want to be like an Akata. Like, I swear to God, it was like, Mama said, don't be like those Akatas. Like, I swear it went just like that, right? But I think, like, if we reclaim the word, you know what I'm saying? I think we can have it can help build a rapport with Africans, uh, different African people, different African tribes and stuff like that come over here. You know what I'm saying? I think if we own up to it instead of taking insult to it, I think we can it can help bridge that gap. Because I've seen the Africans like who taught these Akata the word Akata. I was like, oh, we've been on this, man. Like,
You late,
yeah.
nigga.
Um, Chad Afghanistan Productions. I need my reparations from the Arabs.
Word, they owe us too.
P from Round Away. Kanye did two very well spoken, coherent radio interviews this week, and they have less than 10,000 views combined. The edited rally clips have millions.
Oh,
That's right.
really?
There was he did do a radio interview with some there was some black girl, but I didn't listen to it. I don't
Oh,
think I got to try
yeah.
to find it. I
I
can't remember.
forgot about that.
Yeah, I forgot totally about that. Um, Hold on.
Michaela.
Who's
Michaela Edwards.
Oh, okay,
$5 super
Mika.
chat.
Yeah, Dan Galloway did some research and presented the theory that Harriet Tubman was a fictional character created by white folks.
Yo, I'm almost ready to believe that. Maybe not fictional, but
Yeah,
I think she was an agent that was working for. I mean, she's definitely on document that she's working for the Union Army. So when they say freeing people, I'm like, is she freeing people or freeing people and moving them to the new army for the white man? So Kanye is more accurate than we know.
Tyler Tremaine, Uncle Hotep going off. Preach. Thank you, brother. Drew Sample, what's good? Late to the party. Support the Hoteps. We'll catch the show tomorrow. What up, Drew?
Homie Drew.
I gotta get back in that. I gotta get back in the Discord. Shout out to everybody in the Discord. If you want to go join the Hotep Discord, sign up for Patreon, Hotep Nation. What Wikipedia Brown? Thanks for a donation. You said you need an engineer that built mobile apps, React Native. I can convince you that Native is better than React. What's the email?
Hotep Jesus at gmail.com. Email me ASAP. ASAP. I'm speaking to an engineer tomorrow, looking to hire somebody to. We want to take the Gifitize app, Wikipedia Brown. We want to take the Gifitize app and we want to move it to React Native because um, we want to be on both the Android store and the iOS store. So we need to take our code and translate it to React. If native is it, let me know. But we only want to change one set of code one time to deploy to both platforms. Thank you, my brother. HotepJesus at gmail.com. I can't wait to hear from you.
Chad, Lamont, everyone needs to watch The Tale of a Slave from Anarchy State and Utopia by Robert Nozick, U.S., a corporation where we're indentured servants. Thank you,
All right,
Chad.
Chad. Chad, that shit sounds super important. When I see you, I'm cussing you out for not telling me about this. Um, please send me that. Please send me that link to my email, DM, text message, because I will be consuming that ASAP.
Ken Thorough, what up, man? Hotep and Build, thanks for a donation. Aztec Mecca, Harriet Tubman is the O'Brien from 1984.
Oh shit! If anybody read 1984,
I think I kind of remember that. Yeah, okay.
O'Brien
Um,
was like he was like double agent status.
yeah. Oh man, T West Garvey is never brought up in the conversation. I only heard of him because of the Hoteps. It was always MLK with the left and Soul with the right.
Yes, yes, dude. You know how many people I speak to? I'll be like, yeah, you know, Marcus Garvey. They be like, who? Mark? Because I'm like quoting Marcus Garvey, and people like, who's Marcus Garvey? I'm like, you don't know who Marcus Garvey is? Are you serious right now? I remember I was working for this one affluent company and this one affluent lady, and she was telling me about Black. It was Black History Month. We was trying to do an initiative for that, and I'm like, yeah, we should do something on Garvey. She's like, who's Marcus Garvey? I'm like, Lord have mercy. Like, y'all don't know who Marcus Garvey is? I was raised on this nigga. He from Jamaica, by the way, so you know I definitely was raised on that.
True sample. Yuppies think Kanye dropped out already. Media cannot have Kanye take black votes from Democrats.
Yeah, they remember the rumor that went around and said Kanye dropped out.
Yeah, I remember
And next week he's doing a rally. Don't listen to that liberal media.
that. Wikipedia Brown, your Bitcoin platform is interesting as fuck, and I can help you build a mobile platform if that's what you're talking about with the React Native talk last time. What's the email? I think you
No,
just
no, we don't need it for Coinbits app. But if you want to help with the Coinbits app, you can do that. But we need it for Gifitize. Look up my app, Gifitize. The link is in the description box below. It's Gifitize that we need to get on the Android platform, and we'd love help with that.
Black Steve, thanks for 999 donation. Only reason I knew about Garvey growing up was because of my Jamaican father, just like
See
you
what I'm
said.
saying?
The man was the greatest ethnic nationalist of all time. Even the white nationalists respect him.
Word. So why you got to be born from another? Why you got to be born from Jamaica to know about Garvey? It's like, damn, nigga. Like, ADOS is lost. That's what I'm telling y'all. ADOS, the white liberal gave y'all the wrong leaders.
True sample. It's weird that Harriet Tubman was pushed so heavy in our education like MLK.
Yeah, I don't trust it. I don't trust it.
Um, track house music. The white liberal has always kept the shine on CP time and in the past. Kanye is the future, and they need us to remain late.
Deep.
John Wayne. Lord have mercy. Are we still getting those Tubman 20s?
You see what I'm saying? Like this another thing that just makes me so like, cautious with Harry Tubman. Because they were so quick to put her on the money. Never trust somebody that the establishment is willing to give some recognition to, man. Never trust it.
Yeah, and if you say, well, what about Malcolm? Then the shine will say, well, he's too controversial. Then they're like, well, you're letting the man dictate your own culture. You know what I'm saying? Like they it's just like with Nick, like, oh man, he said too much, man. Like, well, now y'all letting them dictate. Y'all let him erase Farrakhan. Farrakhan out of here. Y'all let him erase him. You're letting him like this is some stuff that we was raised on. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you want to prove something right or wrong, have a debate about it.
Yeah.
Let's prove it.
Yeah.
You know, but y'all just taking the man's word like, but this is the same man's word you say is sending the police to beat your ass and shit like that, is white supremacy and shit like that, and beyond the Taylor and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? This is what
Yeah.
I can't deal with the shine, man. I can't deal with the shine. 567 in the room. Please hit that thumbs up. Please hit that share button.
I've washed my hands with the black community. I mean washed and scrubbed with Hotep black soap washed. I am done. The only thing I care about are black women and children. And everybody else, fuck them. You niggas is lost. You gonna always be lost. You gonna be running behind Biden ass while he's touching on your kids, you dumbass. You know, I can't deal with it no more. That's why I said, shut up and code. He's like, I don't see you on my timeline no more. You don't be seeing me because I'm shutting the fuck up and I'm coding, motherfucker. I stopped tweeting, nigga. It's time to get to work because shit is getting real hectic out here, and I ain't talking about just for the black community, But I'm done with them. I'm done with them. I can't. I'm not talking like I don't talk on black topics.
Oh,
You know,
oh, oh, oh. We got one tonight because you're going to talk about Chicago tonight, man. You're going to talk about Chicago tonight, Hotep Jesus. You've been ducking that bullshit. You've been deflecting. You've been talking to black conservatives greasy when they bring up Chicago. These shines in Chicago shot up a goddamn funeral home at a fucking funeral. 16 people got shot. And they knew it was coming. Listen, I follow this shine from Chicago, right? And that's the thing I love about Twitter. You can follow people from different regions and you can get the what's going on in that town and shit, right? This
yeah.
guy, like, go
Real
ahead.
quick, you can actually in your search you can actually search and change the zip code and find who's talking in that zip code. My bad. Go ahead.
Okay. Oh, I didn't know that, but I did it the old fashioned. I had to search for people where they live at shit like that. Go
Yeah.
ahead. Shit.
Yeah. See
But
what's
say I'm gonna try that. But
yeah.
listen, there was allegedly a police station 5 blocks down, right? You know what this Shine blamed? He didn't blame the shooters. He didn't blame nobody. He blamed all the police messed up. If the police knew there was this gang and it might have been a retaliation, why didn't they stand outside the funeral home so they could block it? What's this have to do with you guys shooting up a goddamn? Is nothing sacred? Like, listen, like, I forget Edasante. He was like, you can't like he's from Ghana, I think. He was like, I don't know, chat. Where's Edasante from? He's a Ghana
somewhere
or
in Africa.
so yeah. He was like, you guys don't even got. It's hard to say y'all got a culture if you're shooting up funeral homes. Even gangsters have rules, and like he's an African immigrant saying it, and I'm like, I can't say nothing because I'm like, I'm astonished. I'm like, why would they do this? Like, the man was dead, right? like, you already popped his man's. You got to get the whole family coming out and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, come on, man. Like, now Trump shit sending troops into Chicago. The mayor talking about, oh, he's not going to invade Chicago. He's not going to invade our city. You got 16 people get shot at a funeral, at a funeral home. This You can't blame white folks for these. Now, if you talk black on black crime, do these shine? Oh, it's white supremacy. Oh, it's systematic oppression. Oh, it's broke. These people ain't broke, man. They got money for them that damn AR-15s, them Uzi. They were shooting them big boy guns. You seen it? Them guns like 15, 20, $1,500, $2,000. They were shooting them big boys.
They 500 on the street.
Okay, they 500 on the street. They got money in their pocket. They ain't broke. What's wrong with yo? Listen, I don't know, man. Like, I that's why I had a hard time saying Black Lives Matter and stuff like that because if this doesn't get addressed, I don't give a damn what them police do. Like, if you behind enemy lines, you get caught by the enemy soldier. What the hell you think they're gonna do? And your paperwork ain't correct. What do you think they're gonna do? These shines forget where they come from. They forget where they at.
Uncle Hotep, that shit was CGI, yo. The white man made y'all think that was a real shooting, but that was a fake shooting with CGI. That shit ain't happening. That's my story, and I'm sticking with it.
That was wild, man. I was like, what the hell is going on up there?
Look, yeah, them yo cousins.
Oh man.
I'm from Jamaica. I'm not claiming none of these niggas. You got to claim them niggas. That's the A-Dog. What'd you say? Akata tribe. I got nothing to do with that shit, nigga.
Yeah, but seriously, we gotta do something with the gang violence, man. I sincerely hope we do, but I think that needs to be addressed before anything else. Um, Hold on. True Sample 567 like the stream, slam that button and share the show. 572 now.
Yeah.
Brown Paper Bag Podcast. Shout out to the Hoteps. The show has me questioning whether Crispus Atticus took the bullet in the Revolutionary War. Black man has been taking patriotic bullets ever since.
Yeah, disrespectful as hell on this show.
You started it.
I ain't never getting on Essence Magazine.
Yo, I swear to God, Essence blocked me on Twitter
today.
I've been blocked for a minute by Essence, man. They was wilding too, man. Like I remember this last year they had 2 years ago. I made a video. They had Newport ads in the magazine.
Newport.
Yes, this is 2018. I'm like, come on, man. Like, come on. Like,
and you know, Newport is the Newport that they brought you new niggas to.
Yo, I'm like, y'all supposed to be doing healthy and stuff like that. How can a black person get ahead? You promoting cigarette use and shit like that?
Newport has like you want to talk about slavery for 300 years? Newport got like 100-year contract with Jet Magazine, Ebony, and Essence. You open one of them, you're going to see Newport and Hennessy in that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Still Uncle Hotep?
That's crazy. That's why I made the video. I can't believe it, man. I'm like, come on now. I could see if it was 83 or something like that, but come on.
Damn, like since I was a kid, like I could really pull up some like 70s magazines and see a Newport ad in there. And still to 2020, y'all letting the white man feed us that poison? Now that's why we don't win.
Yeah. No, I'm saying I adopted Hotep Jesus Twitter block standards. Respect.
Got to.
John Wayne, why are you done? Please elaborate. I don't know. What do you mean?
He's saying, why am I done with the black community?
Okay.
Because I'm done talking, like I turned 40 this year. It's just like, first of all, I told you niggas to boycott the NFL. Goddamn. Remember Uncle Hotep when I told these niggas boycott NFL years ago?
Yeah, you said that years ago.
Years ago.
You said that before I was even on. I was like, yo, he wilding. Then like a year or two later, I was like, oh man, fuck, I don't even watch the game my damn self, man. Fuck that.
You feel me? Like I've been told these niggas not to fuck with that shit. Now Colin Kaepernick talk about the knee, and now y'all want to come. But when I said it 5 years ago, I was ahead of my time. So I've recognized that I'm ahead of my time. When you're ahead of your time, you got to learn to deliver the message on time. So the only place y'all gonna get the message ahead of time is that Hotep's been told you, but I ain't tweeting y'all niggas no more. I ain't got shit to say to y'all niggas no more because y'all niggas is fucking remedial. And y'all don't let niggas speak outside the box. Like y'all see how y'all do Kanye, y'all not about to do me the same way. Fuck that. Fuck that.
Lennox, $5. Thanks for a donation. Drew Sample, buy tickets to HotepCon.
HotepCon's canceled. COVID.
HotepCon's we got it. We got to reschedule.
And we're actually rescheduling the meetup. Trish, we're changing the date again. My bad. Uncle Hotep can't make that date, but we're doing a secret meetup. If you want to come to the secret meetup, patreon.com/Hotep Nation. Donate, get in the chat, and we're rescheduling that.
Mary O'Donnell, thanks for a donation, $10. Are people stocking up on ammo because stores around me have lines down the block, guns and ammo flying out the door? You guys think it's coming down to this?
Um, I think people are stocking up ammo because there's a lot of fear being pushed by media. I don't think it's gonna come to that, but nigga, you definitely need to be buying some ammo just in case, because you never know when Antifa gonna be, at your door.
They charged that Ken and Karen from Missouri that with the couple with the guns.
Yeah.
But peep this. The girl had, the woman, his wife, her gun had the firing pin in backwards. It wasn't going to shoot. Now, if you look at the law, a gun that can be readily available to fire. So when they gave it to the police came and took it, it wouldn't fire. But they
Mm.
reassembled it, disassembled it, and reassembled it so it fired. Like, what kind of bullshit is this? See, see that lawyer smart. See that white man smart, man. You see, he knew that shit. They knew that bullshit, man. Like, because I think it was used as a prop for, I think a case of his or something like that. I was reading
Uh,
they had done that before,
uh.
so at least her gun wasn't going to fire. So I
See
don't
that
know,
white
but
man smart. He know to give his wife. He know to give his wife a gun that don't work. Here, babe, take this one.
he knew she would shoot.
Heard up.
Oh.
Never hand a Karen a loaded gun.
Yeah. Cornelius Edward, thanks $5 for the donation. Mary O'Donnell, Hotep Jesus, what was that vegetarian book you showed before?
Yeah. Right here. Hold on, let me make sure y'all can see it. Right here.
There you go. Yeah, New Age Vegetarian Cookbook.
That's it. Don't ask me no questions neither. I don't want to hear no more questions. Not to Mary. I ain't talking to Mary. I'm talking about the people that are gonna see what's that book in that book. And don't ask me no questions. I don't know nothing. But you got the source of the information now.
Big Poppy 426. I'll catch the replay later. If Tucker Carlson gets fired, y'all trying to get the first interview.
Yes. Absolutely.
It might be time for another interview. We haven't had an interview since my man Baked, right?
Um yeah, right. Since Baked. Word. We need somebody that could come and hang with us on this show.
Yeah.
Somebody got some stature too. You definitely right.
If anybody has any suggestions, hit us up on Twitter. We'll think about it. We gotta get somebody.
They got some
Maybe
stain.
maybe once a quarter we bring somebody on or something like that.
Yeah.
T West, give Karen the third party controller unplugged.
Word.
That's hilarious. Um,
You missed Chad said come to the Discord, get wrecked by my brain teasers. Yeah, Chad's got the craziest brain teasers. That's in
Solar
the
Bear.
Hotep chat. Shout out to Chad Lemoyne, my homie. Um Solar Bear $5 super chat. He said, any thoughts on Toussaint Louverture? We're talking about the Haitian brother that was freeing slaves. See, again, another brother white liberal ain't gonna allow you to talk about because he was cracking crackers over their head. They ain't gonna let you talk about that. They ain't gonna let you talk about Toussaint because he was a brother that wasn't gonna lay down and get his ass whooped. He was actually out here cracking motherfuckers, skulls open. So yeah, shout out to Toussaint Louverture. or however you say his name. I'm so sorry for butchering it. I gotta get my education together.
Twitter bans the Q.
Yeah.
Everything Q related was getting washed, rinsed, banned, the accounts taken out of the way. Um, I never really followed it. I kind of I was too suspicious of it. I was like, oh man, they leading y'all trying to lead y'all. They're filling up the water themselves and making y'all drink it. There might be some truth to what he is saying, but that's what they're selecting. So I didn't take too much stock into that, So, but it looks like this time they're trying to clean some stuff up for the election, they're trying to give Biden his best chance, I guess. But au revoir to Q.
Yeah, yeah. Somebody asked me, "How do you feel about Q?" Right, and what I said was, uh, if Q, no, Q kind of like points in a direction, but the rest of the information that you're getting from the, and it's like Q, then there's like QAnon, right? Like the whole crew of people, right? Like there's a
Right.
difference, right? Because a lot of his stories gets misconstrued with his audience or their audience or whatever Q is. But what I said is if Q points north, the truth is probably northwest, right? It's probably a few degrees off, right? Um, you always get like I remember, some people were talking about like Tom Hanks and so on and so forth. And what I read was like, I'm like, this isn't accurate, but yes, there are some weird things going on with Tom Hanks and pedophilia, right? So Q points, but it you kind of gotta uh you gotta sift through the fake news. There's a lot of fake news. And that's my thing. Like when QA9 got banned, I really wanted to blame the QA9 people because they're like flat earth conspiracy theories, right? They're like they're like half of them are retarded, right? And they just a lot of them are just like really fucking stupid. They just say stupid shit. So I'm like, y'all ruined it. Y'all ruined something good. Um, and so when they got banned, I'm like, I kind of understand why they got banned because y'all motherfuckers is dumb. Like QA now motherfuckers is dumb. They stupid. They spread a whole lot of misinformation. I'm like, yo, like for example, a few weeks back, conservative Twitter was talking about a viral video that King Face put out, right? And they were basically purporting the fact that Black Lives Matter was funneling money into Act Blue. Now, their reason for thinking this was because Black Lives Matter was using a Act Blue mechanism for the ACH transfer. Act Blue was creating tools to take campaign dollars. You can't say just because they're using Act Blue's Act Blue's campaign donation tools that means that they're actually funding money into Act Blue because you'd be factually incorrect. And that's the thing. You have to make sure you cross your T's and dot your I's when you start coming out here with your conspiracies, right? Because you have conspiracies, then you have conspiracy theories. You have conspiracy facts, and you have conspiracy theories. There are, in fact, many conspiracies. And there is a conspiracy between the left and Black Lives Matter. Saying that the money is directly going to Act Blue is factually incorrect. Is Act Blue I mean, it's right in the name that they are in alignment with the Democratic Party. But you are factually incorrect when you say you're passing that information through. So that's why I say you're coming to the table with half truths. We cannot purport half truths. We have to cross our T's and dot our I's. And QA9 was coming with a lot of half truths. That's why when I see Q people post something, I usually just ignore it because I'm like, this shit is half fake news.
Yeah.
So yeah, I understand why they got banned because y'all motherfuckers is dumb, yo. Like, stop being dumb. Stop passing around fake news.
Yeah, I think some people get woke and some people get super woke. I mean, too woke for their own good.
Right,
Once they exposed to something and they're like, "Oh, what the hell?" Then they think we've all been there. You think everything's fake. You know what I'm saying? But
right,
then you got to draw it back. You got to you got to draw it back in. Not everything is like what you think. Not everything is. There's a lot of stuff that is a conspiracy, but um, a lot of times you won't even know what really happened. You got to do your homework. Don't believe the far out stuff. The far out stuff is usually a lie. Just to make conspiracy. There's always going to be skeptics. You know what I'm saying? And they just have to convince some of the skeptics to believe in some bullshit, and then you can call all of them wild conspiracy theorists. That's how that's what the CIA. That's what they do for a living. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you got to be careful what you spout out. Make sure everything is right. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Because they're looking
Daniel,
to they're,
yeah,
they're looking to discredit you, and
yeah,
they just need a inch to discredit you, and then your whole argument from there on forth is just like you're fake news.
yeah. Daniel Hawk interviewed Gavin McGinnis from Censored TV. Shout out to Gavin. Yeah, you think he had us both on? You were on this? You were on the show one time? No, I think I was on this show one time. Yeah, before he
Yeah,
got banned.
yeah,
I mean, he might be
yeah,
too hot, man.
yeah. I ain't touching Gavin.
Gavin hotter than fish grease, man.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm trying to get the HBO, man. Come on now.
DW, thank you. The $5 donation. Thank you for all the gems.
No doubt.
Um, Solar Bear, I knew Q was sketchy, especially with Jack Posobiec was creeping around. Oh my gosh, Agent
Oh,
Jack.
oh, Agent Jack.
Agent Jack. They said, oh, listen, we gotta talk about Tory Lanez, Meg Thee
Yo,
Stallion. Now Draya came out and said she want that type of love, a bunch of cap in your foot love.
she said, if I'm about to go out and my man don't want me to go out, I want a man that after I tell him I'm going out anyway, that'll shoot me in the foot.
Megan responded, "All this, she always go the violence and black woman." Like, first of all, man, you hear the story behind what happened. The
No.
prevailing story is the
Uh-uh.
prevailing story is Meg. All right, check this out. Kylie Jenner's in the joint too. Tory Lanez and Meg is fucking, which I don't like. I don't know how he pulled that. This joint 5'10", 200 pounds. He's 5'3", a buck 20.
It's like
Like,
a chihuahua and a
a
and a
Rottweiler.
Rottweiler.
That's no offense to pit bulls or Rottweilers, and we're not trying to make a funny on Meg either. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They're beautiful animals. Now,
Yes.
I'm not trying to make that see that I shouldn't even say
You done fucked that up.
that. They're beautiful beings, just like
Yes.
Meg is a beautiful being.
We're talking about
Um,
size here.
yeah, basically. So Kylie Jenner's in there, and allegedly, I don't know, Tory. He was trying to get with Kylie back a few years back and got in an argument with somebody. I don't know, but he was He was trying to. Allegedly, he was up in Kylie Jenner's face. Now
Okay.
that's $1 billion bill. Kylie got that money. I don't know what that's Tory's looking for.
I can't
So
blame
Meg
him.
peeps it. Meg peeps it,
Yeah.
and Meg proceeds to bust his ass. They said, now this came from a couple people.
Okay.
That dude Adam 22. He got on the West Coast. He said he asked both parties, and he said they both said the same thing except whether Tory was in Kylie's face or was Kylie in Tory's face. That's the only thing
Wait, he
they
asked
had.
who? Kylie?
Yeah,
Okay. And
they,
he asked
they
Tori.
no, he asked camps from Megan's camp and camps from
Okay.
Tory Lane's camp. And the only
Okay.
difference was who was in whose face. Tory Lane, was he in Kylie's face or Kylie in his face? But they
Uh
both said Meg was beating his ass and he pulled out the hammer and shot her.
what?
Now, Meg is 5'10", 200 pounds. Tory Lanez is 5'3", a buck 20.
We know that according to his arrest record.
Yeah. Now listen, a lot of these shines going on there say, "Oh, how he hit a woman and stuff like that." Well, listen, I'm gonna tell you a story, man. I went down south. My dad was like 6 foot. All his brothers and sisters was like 5'10", 6 foot. They was up there. He got two sisters. They're older now. And he was, you know how you family members get together and they start telling old stories about what you did when you was younger and shit like that, right? My dad was talking about talk about his sisters. They big now. They're tall, like they're 6 foot.
They
You know what I mean?
stallions.
Yeah, it's like back in the day, man. It said I'm not gonna say their name. They said they was whooping niggas' ass down North Carolina. They was busting both of them busted. Like, listen, he said one time they jumped on one guy, right? They
Mm.
was jumping, they was the jump niggas. They jumped him so bad, he had to go. He tried to get in the trunk because he had the hammer in the trunk. He opened the trunk. My other sister, my dad's other sister, caught him before he caught the trunk lid when he stuck his head in. And they proceeded to whoop his ass. Listen, Tory Lanez didn't have a shot in hell. Megan Thee Stallion will beat his ass not 6 ways to Sunday. I'm sorry. He didn't have a shot. That might be self-defense, man.
Yeah. Nigga, I got my ass whooped every day in the hood by my older cousin. She was built like Megan Thee Stallion. Her mama was a crackhead. Her daddy was crazy.
Mhm.
And she built like Megan Thee Stallion. She big, she tall. And if I ever got out of line, and you know I got mouth on me, so I was talking shit. She was whooping ass. So I know exactly what you talk about, getting your ass whooped by your older cousin that's bigger than you. I know I can see why he pulled the gun out.
This is hilarious. I don't know what's funnier, him shooting her or her sleeping with him. I'm like, what's going on here? But see, I think some girls that they kind of like that because I think they like to dominate men. You know what I'm saying? She might be one of them types because it kind of comes across in the raps that she's kind of, I don't know, she might be like that. That's why she was messing around with what's his name? What's his the white boy?
Oh yeah. I don't even talk
G
about it. G
G
Easy,
G.
G Easy, yeah, G Easy, G Easy.
Meg might be a bully. That's why I think it's a problem.
I mean, I don't know if she's a bully, but I know that it's one thing to be with a black woman and look at another woman. It's another thing to be looking at a white woman when you're with a black woman. It's another thing to be looking at a gender when you're looking at a black woman. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and
Yeah, yeah. That was like she was like, oh hell no. She was like, they ain't gonna take all our black men. But she's supposed to go upside Jenner's. See this. She messed the whole game up, man. Well, she ain't supposed to. She's supposed to check her man. That's what she's supposed to do.
yeah.
But Twitter would have rather had her smack up Kylie Jenner
Kyle.
because they said the next day Kylie Jenner put an Instagram post of her toes hanging out, and nobody knew what it was talking about. But now people are saying that was shade.
Lord, y'all better get her some extra security. I just want to say that Kylie and Kim have cheated, right? They've cheated life. They've gotten some of the best doctors to just reconstruct their bodies and
Right.
reconstruct their faces because I'll be honest, Kylie Jenner looks really good, right? Like her doctor did a really good job. You have some people whose doctors, after the operation, you're looking at them like, damn, what the fuck happened? It's just like, no, this doctor did a really good job with Kylie Jenner's face, you know? So I can see why a young man like Tory Lanez is looking like, and Kylie got more money than Megan. You know what I mean? Like, and you know what happens with niggas when we date a white girl? We going right in the purse. We dropping the cars.
Oh man.
I remember I had me like what white girl one time, man. I was taking her car everywhere. So I know what he was trying to do there. So I feel like he was just putting a bad police. But I don't think you shoot Meg. Like if I'm getting my ass whooped by a woman, I'm just gonna have to get my ass whooped. I'm just gonna have to take that ass whoop. I'm not gonna pull no gat out and shoot no woman.
It depends on the ass whooping to me, man. If she really giving it to, like, don't be fooled. These women will kill you, man. Like, I just want to make a warning to everybody. Don't sleep on these women. They will
Well,
kill you if you give them a chance.
let me just preface and say that ain't nobody whooping my motherfucking ass. Okay, you put your hands on me, you're gonna fucking die. Okay. Okay, like, and I'm not gonna need no gun, especially not for no woman, right? Like, I don't care how big this woman is and how much she been training. Ain't no woman whooping my ass,
Yeah, but
and
you're not 5'3", a buck 20, man.
I ain't 6'2" either.
You're at least this guy's like a damn midget, man. This nigga in grade school, man. She'll whoop his ass all across the goddamn place, man.
I think my 10-year-old might be bigger than Tory Lane. Damn. I mean, he is little, but you when you're a rapper,
Yeah.
there's a certain amount of like toughness you're supposed to have. Like shooting a woman, like his street cred. We not pulling his street cred card. Like he don't lose that for sure.
Canada.
He what?
He from Canada, ain't he? Toronto.
That nigga from Canada. Oh, so he not even a real nigga. He not real ADOS. He ain't no Akata tribe.
Yo, somebody tweeted on the forum, how is a 5'10" black woman, 200 pounds from Texas versus a 5'3" guy from Toronto? He didn't have a shot.
Yeah, no shot. All right, I see why he pulled the gun out now. All you had to tell me was he was from the same place Drake from. Now I get
Oh man.
goddamn Canadians.
Um, they were saying Kamala Harris had a bad Botox. What happened to her face, man? She just get her skin tightened or something?
What happened? Well, I know y'all not out here talking about my boo Kamala.
She got a skin job or something, man.
Did she?
Her
Hold
face
on.
tightened up. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at it now. Damn. Ooh. She's like a white man now. Oh, I'm looking at it. Yeah. Ooh. No, baby, no. You was already fine. You was already a good clean Indian woman. You ain't need to do a hold on, let me go to I'm on DuckDuckGo. My shit defaults to DuckDuckGo. Let me go to Google so I can get some mainstream images over here. Damn, baby. No, why they do that to you? Yeah, she look a little jacked up, yo. Ooh, no, that's not a good look. That's my thing with women. Like, I love malls. I just love older women, right? I just
Right.
love how when they age, it's just like I think it's beautiful. Like with age comes wisdom, and her age was just. I think she's aging well for a light skinned woman. For a woman who doesn't have the abundance of the U melanin. You know,
Right.
she's aging quite well for herself. I don't, like let yourself age. If there's something that you want to do, like I just held the book up, go vegan or vegetarian, and you can start, you know, turning back, and you'll keep your natural look. Also, we understand like right after Botox and some of these operations, your face is swollen. So what we're seeing is probably like a fresh face and not the face after it gets settled. So I'd love to see her face after this, after it settles.
Yeah, she's unlucky. She's a senator. I mean, in Congress, so
Right.
she can't really hide like that. Um, on the sports, Tyson versus Roy Jones is going to happen. Eight round exhibition.
Mm-hmm.
These were like in my lifetime. These are probably the most iconic boxers I've had. The most iconic runs, man. Like Tyson had a run, and Roy Jones is like he's kind of forgotten. You know what I mean? Because he
Yeah.
came, he was like right before the social media era. I wish he was in his prime back then, but I'd never seen a boxer that was more talented than, like, athletically talented than he was. He was just unreal in the ring. But
Yeah.
exhibition, it makes some shekels, man. I guess, man. Like,
Yeah. And it's on Tyson's league.
oh, okay.
So Tyson's really getting the shekels, right? He's getting the pay-per-view check and he's getting the I own the league check, you
Oh,
know?
Tyson got his own boxing league.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Hold on, let me go ahead. I think it's called like the Legends League or something like that. Um I think it's called the Legends League, Legends Only League.
okay.
And if you go to on Twitter at Tyson League, is the official Twitter, and it says Legends Only League. Or it says Mike Tyson's Legend Only League. So this is a free nigga. We dealing with a free man. This is a free man's talking. So I think this is beautiful. The website, the official website, isn't loaded yet. That's some nigga shit, but we ain't worried about that. Um, but yeah, this is gonna be. Who you think gonna win? Who you got?
I don't know, man. I got to see how Roy's in shape, but
Yeah, I
I
mean, Roy done got his ass whooped before. Mike done got his ass whooped before.
you know,
So
probably Tyson. I think he probably still hits a little harder, but I think I think Mike is a better boxer. I think Roy was a better athlete because I think a lot of times
yeah,
Roy got away with being just super athletic and nobody could hit him. He could box and he could box well, but I think when his athletic ability eroded a little bit, they start teeing off on his ass. You know what I
yeah,
mean? They start putting him to sleep. You know what I'm saying? So I think his fall off was a little bit more dramatic than Tyson. But I don't know. I just hope nobody. I just hope nobody gets hurt. You know what I'm saying? They
right.
get their old heads and stuff like that. But I hope them all the success and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah, I love that you said that. I hope nobody gets hurt, especially Roy Jones, because I think he gonna get his ass whooped. But so I got a couple of predictions. My primary prediction is this is a boring fight.
Right.
They come out and they just kind of want to just get a check, right? I don't know because Tyson's interview was that nigga. Roy Jones. In his interview was like giving all this respect to Tyson, and Tyson's like, "Nigga, I'm gonna fuck this nigga. I'm gonna eat this nigga children." It sounded like Tyson in the interview. So I don't know what Tyson coming, huh?
Tyson ready to go. He ready to rock.
Yeah, I think I hope we get ear biting Tyson. Off the medication Tyson. Um. So I think that the strategy for Roy Jones is obviously stay on the outside, stay with the jab, go to distance, and hope Mike Tyson runs out of gas. Right. For Mike Tyson, we know his game plan. Get on the inside and put this nigga on his ass. you know and I'm gonna go, as soon as this shit go live, I'm putting my money up, right on the secure card. I'm a nigga with bad credit, or no credit I should say. I'm gonna put that right on my secure card and swipe that. We got that prepaid card over here. Y'all white folks don't know nothing about that. So what you gotta do, you gotta build your credit, right? You gotta put your money on the card first. So I'm putting that pay-per-view right on the secure card. And I don't even usually buy pay-per-views. I usually do the Periscope or find a stream type shit. You know what I mean?
I
And I
see
don't
this
do it.
clear.
Yeah. But this right here, oh no, we popping popcorn, we frying chicken. Like, this is an event. I might even invite some friends I ain't seen in a while over. This is gonna be some good TV. I hope. Always a good fight. Um, so I say Tyson in round two.
John Lumley, Hotep, Uncle Hotep, I'm going to send my pit bull after you. Uncle Hotep is over party. Oh man. DTW Twin, thanks for 1999 donation. Great content. Love the balance. Hotep. I
Loretta
think
Cortez.
Yeah, Loretta Cortez. What's up, Loretta? People need to leave Kamala alone about face. I'm not a fan of hers politically, but who cares? It's her face. Conservatives just want something to pick on her about.
Yeah, it's petty. I'm not a fan of picking at women's looks and all of that. Let women be women and do their thing. Let's criticize people on their intellect and their politics.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. More sports news. Melo, Wade, Chris Paul, Black Lives Matter Fund. You know, the NBA is starting up the scrimmages. They're doing it in Orlando. No, it looks kind of decent how they have the court. They blocked off the stands so you can't really see, but they got like a big. They got Black Lives Matter on the court and shit like that. Like, oh my gosh! But um, they're giving the bread and circus, man. Now we're going in for a lock in. They're bringing basketball back. You can watch basketball. They ain't got no fans. Baseball ain't got no fans. Now they're going for football. I think you know what? I swear to God, I heard this. Somebody in the chat, if somebody from around the city, let me know. I swear I heard they said they were going to let people watch the Eagles games. You had to come in the stadium with a mask. So like, there's 60,000 people right in the stadium right next to each other. Like, oh, I got my mask on. I'm good. Like, are you serious?
Y'all ain't stopping that football. I'll be surprised if there's no NFL this season. I'll be really surprised. I'll be honest with you.
I thought they were going to let them play with nobody in the stands, but that's a lot of money they're losing if they don't have people in the stands. That's tickets, that's parking, that's concessions, that's memorabilia and apparel every weekend. That's 8 week every team got 8 home games. That's a lot of money, man. Them owners ain't gonna let them piss that money away.
Nah, I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't. Mm-mm. Yeah, I don't see that happening. Um, yeah, NFL. So, what this reminds me of is I watch Premier League soccer, right? Football.
Right.
And Premier League, again, my son's like, Dad, why they got Black Lives Matter on everybody jersey? Like, look, nigga, we was Kangs, nigga. We was Kangs. I gotta make up some bullshit to tell the kids. But in the Premier League, they before some games they actually kneel over in Europe before these games, and the jerseys have Black Lives Matter on them. And before they announce the game, they say, shout out to Black Lives Matter or whatever it is the announcers say in their English accent. So I'm not surprised to see it here. Even in when we watch the Premier League games, they have a simulated crowd, so you hear crowd noise,
Yeah,
but it's not a real crowd, right?
yeah.
And I'm very interested in technology that they're using to do that. But So I'm wondering like what they're happening now. But it's just funny, right? It's calling this a scrimmage, right? NBA scrimmage. It just goes to show you how desperate they are to have you niggas watching TV.
They need that distraction. They can't do it another year. Like America is too much sports oriented. You know what I'm saying? Especially with football.
Right.
There's a lot of towns that's all it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what they're going to do if they don't have college football down south, like in Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama. I don't know what they're going to do. You know what I'm saying? They're going to go crazy because they love that shit down there.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I seen. I don't know. I think the Sixers play tomorrow. I might check it in. You know what I mean? Touch in.
Ah, you sellout nigga. You was a sellout. God damn it. Goddamn cool.
My basketball Americans. I gotta watch my basketball Americans. But one thing I think is going to be interesting. There's going to be some players that are going to be playing better in the bubble because there's no fans. What about the players that there's players that can get off, can play better when they got people jeering them and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
there's also players that play better without hearing any of that. They don't get they get affected by the jeers. I wonder if there's going to be somebody that's going to be playing out of their mind because there's no fans in the crowd. I bet you
Uh,
there's going to be some couple players that are going to be playing a lot better than you thought.
yeah, because that crowd isn't there. Yeah, you start seeing some real talent pop up without the pressure. Yeah.
Some people just can't take pressure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They
You know
give
what
up.
made me you know what made me think about
What?
I want to challenge Nick Fuentes and his groupers to a basketball game. Hotep Nation versus Groypers basketball.
Basketball.
We should do an Olympics, right? Like 5 different sports. You know what I mean? We're gonna do soccer, we're gonna do football, basketball, reading. Say- so, I mean, they're gonna need to win something. You know, niggas can't read. And then like boxing or some shit like that. You know what I mean? One contact, a couple of, one fighting sport, maybe MMA. We get in the octagon, me versus Nick Fuentes or some shit like that. You know, somebody cut the check for that to happen. You know what I'm saying? I'll go train. I'll go train to fight somebody. You know what I'm saying? Or we do a basketball game or a football game. We need to make that happen. I think it's really good entertainment, especially if people want bread and circus. We need to make that happen.
How about somebody start can you start a GoFundMe? Can somebody start a GoFundMe? Say like, hey, we need $100,000, and then if we get $100,000, Nick Fuentes and Hotep Jesus are going to go do a grifter boxing. Somebody make that happen.
Yo, 100K. Yeah, I need
100K.
to get paid my damn self. So we gonna have to up that to 200K. I need to walk away with a check. Win or lose, I need to walk away with a motherfucking check for that fight. You know what I'm saying? We put that shit on pay-per-view. We can do that in Tyson's league. But I think we need to make that happen. We need some sort of Groypers basketball game, boxing match, something. Let's make that happen, yo.
All right, so I know some of his group or friends are in here, so y'all get the Nick and we'll set that up.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
we need that cheddar, man. We need to raise that money, raise some funds for we can get this popping.
Yeah. We can send some proceeds to a nonprofit organization of your choice. Maybe donate to your pretend ethno state. Something we can find. Get Alex Jones the referee. Now we gonna get Alex Jones the referee, and we're gonna get Joe Rogan to commentate. Somebody started to go fund me. Let's make this shit happen.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna beat the shit out of Nick.
Oh man. But yeah, I don't. You got anything else, man?
I do want to cover this white culture defined
Okay.
thing.
What's this about?
This is a topic I wanted to cover last week,
Okay.
and this was the National Museum of African American History and Culture wants to make you aware of certain signs of whiteness.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
It says individualism, hard work, objectivity, the nuclear family, progress, respect for authority, delayed gratification. Okay, so now we're going to bring up this. They have an infographic that it says, talking about race, aspects and assumptions of whiteness and white culture in the United States. So one of the examples here is rugged individualism. The individual is the primary unit, self reliance, independence and autonomy, highly valued plus rewarded. Individuals assume to be in control of their environment. You get what you deserve. As I read through these things, I just want to preface this is why white motherfuckers are supreme. This is why they stay with their foot up your ass because they understand this shit. It says family structure. Goddamn, y'all niggas think family structure is whiteness? The nuclear family, father, mother, 2.3 children is the ideal social unit. Nobody has more kids than you niggas. So I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about with this shit. Husband is breadwinner, head of household. Wife is homemaker and subordinate to the husband. Children should have own rooms, be independent. Um, Now I'm very liberal when it comes to should the wife be subordinate to the husband. I don't exactly agree with the term subordinate. I don't agree with the homemaker thing. I don't agree with the husband being the breadwinner necessarily. Head of household, I think he's definitely the head. I think you need a head, and I think the man is a better head of the household. I think the woman is the spirit of the household. Notice the difference. The man is the head of the household, the physical body, and the woman is the spirit of the household. So I definitely agree with the whiteness on that. Then it says emphasis on scientific method. What? Like it says objective and rational linear thinking. Again, this is why the white man's winning. Cause and effect relationships. Duh. Like this is like nature. Like there's a cause and there's an effect. Quantitative emphasis. Like I think all this stuff is very important. History based on Northern European immigrants' experience in the United States. Okay, I can agree there. Like white liberal definitely controls the education and makes it Northern European skewed. Heavy focus on the British Empire. Yeah, absolutely. I can agree there. And then primacy of Western Greek, Roman, Judeo Christian tradition. Okay, cool. Yeah, but they run this shit. Why wouldn't they have a primacy of Greek and Roman? That's where that's their progenitor.
Mhm.
Then it says Protestant work ethic. Hard work is the key to success. You niggas hate work. Like it says work before play. I was just having a conversation with my kids today about work before play. Like y'all want to play. Why y'all niggas want to play all the time? Like get the work done. That's why y'all getting y'all ass whooped because y'all want to work. If you didn't meet your goals, you didn't work hard enough. Duh. That's some white shit. If you didn't meet your goals, you didn't work hard enough. Now, I don't know if it's work hard enough. I think maybe you might have had the wrong idea or what you did might have just been a part of the experience you needed to acquire to go on to your next idea. But you are responsible for your problems. Religion and Christianity is the norm. Nobody loved that white Jesus more than you niggas. The white man don't even love Jesus more than you niggas. Am I wrong, Uncle Hotep?
No, you're not wrong.
They love Jesus. Anything other than Judeo-Christian tradition is foreign. No tolerance for deviation from single God concept. Um, I'm not going to touch on that because I don't quite understand where they're going. No toleration for deviance. Well, actually, no. Let's dive into that. There is no tolerance. I would say, even from some of the Islamic community and Christian community, they have very little religious tolerance for people who want to believe in a different God. Even some people I say I am a God, and they make sure it's lowercase g. And it's like, man, shut your bitch ass up, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? They have no tolerance. So I can agree there. They have no tolerance for anybody else's religious values. Agreed. Status and power and authority. Wealth equals worth. Yes, wealth does equal worth. Now, worth can mean more than that. Like what you contribute to a society definitely contributes to your worth. But you broke ass niggas need some wealth. We have mastered wealth. Mansa Musa, richest man ever. Nigga, we have mastered wealth. Don't be running away from wealth. That's y'all niggas' problems now because you always looking for the white man for a handout. It says your job is who you are. I don't think your job is who you are, but your job is who you are. You are what you do.
Right.
So I don't quite agree there because we choose jobs based upon usually our interest. If you haven't chosen a job based upon your interest, then you're a slave. But I think your job is a part of who you are. Respect for authority. Niggas hate respect for authority. Um, but we can argue on that. I can kind of agree with there. They said heavy value on ownership of goods, space, and property. I thought y'all wanted y'all own space. I thought y'all was tired of people taking y'all goods and y'all property. I thought y'all hated colonization. There should be heavy value on ownership and goods, especially when other motherfuckers is taking your shit. Y'all said they was taking your shit. Future orientation, plan for the future. Now this right here is where we all be fucking up. Plan for the future is whiteness. Plan for the future is whiteness. Yo, that's why the Chinese have come a long way, because they plan 100 years ahead. That's why redactors ahead, because they plan 100 years in ahead. You niggas ain't thinking about until the next sale come around so you can get you a Gucci belt.
Right.
That's as long as you plan. You need to plan for the future. If we planned for the future, we wouldn't been in this mess. Y'all always got short-term thinking. Delayed gratification. Well, y'all don't like delayed gratification. Y'all don't like to wait to be gratified. Y'all want all y'all shit now. Microwave generation. That's whiteness. Delayed gratification is whiteness. And niggas ain't got no patience. Progress is always best. Y'all hate whiteness is progress? Progress is whiteness? What? Tomorrow will be better. That's whiteness? Y'all don't want tomorrow to be better? Follow rigid time schedules. I wish I had a copy right now. My kids is on a time schedule. Am I white because I keep my kids on a time schedule? We get 24 hours a day. You gotta, we got a finite amount of time on this earth. Time is the greatest resource. I'm gonna say that again because this is very important for everybody. Time is the greatest resource. We have to follow rigid time schedules to maximize our time. You ain't gonna be here forever, nigga. Time viewed as a commodity. So I'm white because I view time as a commodity? I'm white because I view time as a commodity? You can't get back time. Aesthetics based on European culture. Yeah, all you niggas is white. Y'all are white. Y'all dress white. Y'all wear white people's suits. Y'all wear Gucci, Nike. You love white people. So I need y'all to stop saying this shit. Steak and potato, bland is best. Yeah. White folks definitely love bland food. I ain't gonna argue with that. Um, Woman's beauty based on blonde, thin Barbie. Oh yeah, Barbie. You like Nicki Minaj Barbie and blonde. I seen a whole lot of y'all women out here, black women out here, going to get them blonde weaves, and y'all feel real beautiful with them blonde weaves on. Man's attractiveness based on economic status, power, and intellect. Hypergamy is kind of built into women. That I don't think that's a whiteness thing. Hypergamy is built into women, period. And I talk about that in my book, Unbreakable Rules of Masculinity. Link is in the description box below. Holidays based on Christian religions. Holidays are technically not based upon Christian religions. They're based upon pagan religions. Y'all just got mixed up and thought it was Christian.
Oh,
Cause
keep going. I'll be right back.
cause Christmas is called Christmas, has the word Christ in it, but putting that tree up is some Nimrod shit. Your Bible told you, your Bible tells you that the heathen brings the tree from outside into the house and then decorates it. So your own Bible tells you not to celebrate Christmas in the fashion that the pagans do. So we can't exactly say that holidays are based upon Christian religions. They're actually not. They're based upon pagan religions, and there's a little bit of Christianity sprinkled in. Holidays based upon white history and male leaders. Okay, yeah, I'll agree with that. Justice based on English common law is based upon maritime admiralty law, and I guess you can say that comes out of England. So I would agree there. Protect property and entitlements. There may be some legal jargon there, so I can agree that is some whiteness shit. Intent on counts. I don't know what they mean by that. Competition. Be number one. So I can tell a woman wrote this because every man wants to be number one. We are naturally competitive, so you got to be some bitch ass nigga to not want to be number one. Win at all costs. Winner loser dichotomy. Nigga, either you win or you lose. That's why your ass is losing, nigga, because you don't care about winning. Like, action oriented. This bothers me. Action orientation. Talk, don't cook rice. We need to take action. Like I tell a lot of people, like there's a lot of people that bought my book, Dominate Twitter, and and when we're talking about my book Dominate Twitter, which teaches you marketing, there are some people like Coach Joe who have made $100,000 in the past month and a half. And there's some people who have purchased my book and haven't taken action on it. And therefore, you see the difference between them and somebody like Coach Joe. You got Dylan Madden, who read my book and is now touring Europe and was in Dubai, right? And this is a young kid under the age of 25, single and just living the life, who purchased my book. But it's not because he just read it, it's because he took action. Like the key to all this shit is to take action. um Master and control nature. You're always going to have a master. When you're an apprentice, you're always going to have a master. I know you guys don't like that name, but there is a master student dynamic, and I think that's inherent in nature. Must always do something about a situation. You think the situation is just going to go away? Like, must always do something about a situation is whiteness. Aggressiveness and extroversion. Nobody's more extroverted than a nigga. I'll be honest with you. Y'all love to dance in a heartbeat. You the first one at the company. You getting the lowest salary. They have a company Christmas party. You shines is out there breakdancing. So don't talk about extroversion. Aggressiveness, I don't know. There's an argument to be made that white people are naturally aggressive. I don't know. Decision making. Decision making is whiteness. You can tell this is written by women because women are very indecisive. And majority rules when whites have power. Well, that's democracy basically. But yeah, this is just communication. The King's English rules. Yeah, I don't agree with that either. Written tradition, avoid conflict, intimacy. What? Don't show emotion. I think that's got more to do with having a poker face. Don't discuss personal life. Again, poker face, and be polite. No, be polite. I guess you can say that's some professionalism type thing. I don't know, but that's some cracker bullshit. Um, Shout out to Lil one there. Oh my god, look at her face. Which one's that?
This is Jayla, the youngest one.
Jayla. Y'all got some nigga names over there.
Yo,
Jada, Jayla.
I will say about the culture thing. Like, why is that even in a museum for African American national? Why is it even in there? You like if you went to a Asian museum, they wouldn't have like, well, let's talk about whiteness. You know what I'm saying? That's the jig. You know what I mean? It's like it shouldn't even be talked about. They can do whatever they want. That could be their culture. Whatever that could be their culture. Yeah, yeah. So what? But that doesn't mean anything to us. You know what I mean? We could be different at some things. This they're trying to make it like everything that made them successful. Make sure these Negroes don't.
Yeah, don't do this because this is what made them successful. Yeah, you made a great point, Unc. This is coming from the National Museum of African American History and Culture, and you've spent your resources and time to talk about white people. And this is exactly what's wrong with black culture. Somebody asked me earlier, why have I washed my hands? This is why. Because y'all niggas is got the African American History Museum and Culture or whatever, and y'all won't talk about white people. This is what's wrong with us. This is exactly what's wrong with us.
Um, Yo, Javon Smiley, yo, Capital One secured credit card held down in college. um, Wikipedia Brown, rugged individualism is the first thing they teach you about when you take an American political philosophy class. It's American, not white.
Mm.
Brody McFarland, what up, Brody? We have a ring in in LV. Richard Steele is the homie.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let's get it.
Not North Star Bright. I'm white because I see how hollow Black Lives Matter racial narrative is to the core. Hotep's been told you. Hold on. Solar Bear, redacted Christian is a trick they pull on Whitey too.
Uh-oh. Woo!
um, Dylan Bales, big issue earlier at Chinese embassy down in Houston.
Oh
Oh yeah, they.
yeah,
I think Trump shutting down the Chinese embassy.
yeah. I saw that.
Kristen Manav, thanks for the $5 donation.
Word.
What's she
Um,
eating on? It's just a toy.
one more thing I just want to say about Draya. Um, Draya, when she made that comment about she wanted a man that would shoot her in the foot if she wanted to leave the house against his own wishes. I think she's speaking for a large population of women. Now, I think she was exaggerating when she said shoot her in the foot, right? She's definitely like exaggerating and making some jokes there. But I think she's speaking to uh, the fact that women do want a man that's going to put their foot down, right? Like patriarchy ain't dead, y'all. Like these women still want you to tell them what to do. You know, they still want you to put your foot down and say when you don't like something. Whereas the left will have you believe you have to, if your wife want to leave the house looking like a whore and go partying at some, club, with these shines, you supposed to just let her leave the house knowing she's in danger. Right. So I'm glad in many ways, I'm glad she said that because she exposed something that's really real, that women still desire manly men to put their foot down. You know what I mean? So shout out to
Yeah.
Drea for that. She exposed something there.
Rosario Videa, 1999. Love the laughs. Love the Hoteps. Thanks for donation.
Appreciate you.
Yeah. Is that it? I think I don't got anything
That's
else.
it. That's it, man. I'll see you next week, man. Enjoy your week, bro.
All right, man. You too, man.
Peace.
Thanks, everybody.